Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be starting at 7, as we had already mentioned. So we're just waiting for a few more people to join in, and then we can get started. So as people are joining in, you can say hi to anyone you recognize. You can comment where you're watching us from, where you'll be tuning in from. So let's get chatting on the comment section. I can see Aisha, you're joined in, Duncan, you're saying you're from Kisii. Thank you so much for tuning in. Glory, thank you so much for tuning in. I can see Joseph. Thank you so much, all the way from Senegal. Patson, thank you for joining. So we can start. Once again, I'd love to welcome you all to this webinar. Thank you for taking the time to sign in and to join us. Very much appreciated from Digital for Africa. My name is Anita, and I'm the community manager at Digital for Africa. And one of my colleagues will be joining us to just have the conversation with us. But before we get started, I'd just like to get you to know a few more things about us and what this webinar will be all about. So it will just be basically a conversation on the top digital skills or the top digital jobs that are in demand right now. And that's what we'll be having the conversation. And my colleague Francis, as I said, would be leading us through the conversation. And just to let you know that this is a webinar hosted by Digital for Africa, but this is also in partnership with AIESEC in the University of Nairobi. And before we hand it over to Collins from AIESEC, I would just want to give you a brief about Digital for Africa. And we are a digital marketing agency, which was founded in 2014 by the CEO, Francis Waithaka. And our main focus is web design. We have we offer UX design, we have sales and marketing, research, and also training. And in training, we focus on, we have two options that we give, which is the digital marketing training and web design. And we have trained over 105 companies and more than 1,200 professionals. So, so I hope that, and we know, we know that you are being handled and being guided through today by an expert. So I hope that today you'll be keying in notes. If you need to ask questions, we are open to listening to you today as well. So this is a conversation. This is not a one-sided, just a one-sided thing. So do not hesitate, just write in any question you have. And next up, I'll have Collins, and Collins will be discussing more about AIESEC, what they're all about, and then now we can get straight to the webinar. Karibu sana, Collins. Welcome, Collins.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Collins Oluch from AIESEC in the University of Nairobi. And so briefly to explain what we do as AIESEC, AIESEC is a global non-governmental organization for youth by the youth. And we are concerned with leadership development. So we take students, basically not only students, but young people from ages 18 to 30 on exchange abroad. So we have internships and we have volunteering opportunities that we normally share and have young people go on an experience to basically learn about leadership in the process of making an impact in the world. So we are, as I've said, we're all about the youth, and therefore we are in such spaces like this webinar to basically give an opportunity to young people to learn more, and basically creating opportunities for the youth to understand their career, their life in general. And this is one of our ways of making sure that young people can upskill. So this in itself, this webinar in itself is one of the things that we are doing in partnership with Digital for Africa towards making sure that the young person is actually getting opportunities and in the right direction. So briefly to explain AIESEC, I'd say we're in over 125 countries, and we facilitate, in Kenya, we facilitate over 500 experiences per year. So we look forward to working with you guys, and this is an opportunity we'd like for you guys to really to work on and to understand more. So I think that's a brief explanation of what we do as AIESEC. We are also involved in CSR activities, like taking care of the environment and events where young people can get to learn more as well. So this is one of those things that we are pushing for. So I think, having said that, I'll probably take this opportunity to invite Mr. Francis to basically start off with the webinar in explaining some of the top jobs that are currently available in the digital space.
Thank you very much, Anita, and thank you very much, Collins Oluch from the University of Nairobi. My name is Francis. As Anita and Collins have said, I'll be taking us through this conversation around jobs, because as an entrepreneur and also as a trainer in different colleges, I'm always in the middle. On the agency world, I meet companies looking for talent. And when I go to college to teach, I meet students who are looking for opportunities, and they tell me, oh, Mwalimu, we can't find jobs. But when I go to my clients in the agency space, the companies are telling me, we have this skill set, we have this talent, we have this job we are trying to fill, and we cannot get the right person. So I feel I play the role of a middleman, connecting students who are growing and joining the job market and the companies that are looking for those people. And for the last 21 years, I've been involved in training, in capacity building, but also providing services in the digital marketing world here in Kenya. And I've been able to work with different brands including Nation Media, Unga Limited, KCB. Currently, we are also doing a lot of training through the Kenya Bankers Association program to empower small and medium-sized enterprises through the Diamond Trust Bank and also Stanbank, just to create the digital literacy that is required for people to be able to get value from the internet. So allow me to go through the conversation around jobs, top jobs in the digital economy. That's what I've called my presentation, and I'll be sharing my screen in a minute, but I would like to acknowledge people who have already joined us from different places in the world. We are very happy about someone called Joseph, all the way from Senegal, who actually joined one of our trainings 2 or 3 months ago. He traveled all the way from Nigeria to Kenya for the training. I've seen also Patson. I've seen a number of people who have joined. I've seen my sister, Aisha, who is based in Saudi Arabia, Karibu Sana. I've seen Gloria Maina from Kenya. I've seen Duncan Bikundo, I don't know from where, but Karibu Sana. Who else has joined us? I've seen Clinton, from, I don't know from where, but I'll learn more about you. But just to start the conversation, allow me to share my screen. So I want you to be ready with questions, because you are asking yourselves, which are some of these jobs that employers are looking for? Or if you are an employer and you are looking for, to understand the kind of skills that are required in the job market. So allow me to share my screen. So be ready for the questions. There will be an opportunity for that. For the questions, I don't want to just share my ideas. I would also want to hear how you feel and what you're thinking. Are you getting jobs? Are you looking for talent? What are you looking for in this conversation? So I'm sharing my screen. And Anita, if you can see my screen, just let me know. Anita, are you able to see my screen? I'm not able to get Anita, but
it's loading. Oh, now I can see
loading.
it.
Okay, sawa. So I have called my presentation Top Jobs in the Digital Economy. And the hashtag we are using is Top Digital Skills. So you can go to Twitter, you can go to your favorite social media platform, share some of the ideas and some of the questions you have, or even some of the insights you'll get from this presentation using that hashtag, Top Digital Skills, and we will be able to respond to them. So as we have said, my name is Francis. I'm the team leader at Digital for Africa with more than 21 years experience in technology and digital media. Anita talked about, we have serviced more than 105 companies, and I can tell you it's not easy. Every company comes with its own challenges, but also learning opportunities. And we are glad that we have been able to handle some of the top brands in Kenya. And as I said, Nation Media, Diamond Trust Bank in terms of training, the Kenya Bankers Association, which has a big platform called Inuka SME, where we provide training for small and medium-sized enterprises. But in terms of individual people, we did a head count, and we have trained individually more than 1,200 startups, SME, founders, marketing professionals, salespeople who are interested in understanding how can I build an online presence for my business? Or I have a product I'm trying to sell online. How can I convert website traffic into sales so that I can grow my business? So that is the experience we have. And we are very, very excited about the work we are doing, including UX design and others. But before I go far, I want to start this conversation by giving you a real thing that happened, because business people and the leaders in the business world, the corporate side, they are looking for some skills. If you have a website, you have a product, or you have a product and you're trying to sell online, you will always be looking for talent, people to hire. So I don't want to mention the company, but this is one of our clients who came to us, I think it was in 2019. And they reached to us and they said, we are looking to build an e-commerce department. And the question is, how can you support us to build an e-commerce department? Because they have a website, they have their products, they just need more customers. They want to get more sales. And to be honest, it was not easy. I was involved together with the owner of the business to recruit and select a number of people. We pre-selected, I think we got them from Brighter Monday. We got about 10 people, and then we selected about 5. We invited them to the office, we interviewed them. And lo and behold, on the day the best person we selected was supposed to show up for work, they sent a message and said, oh, I'm not available. I will not be coming. I am very sorry. And yet, that was the best person we had selected after a very lengthy process of interviewing. And the truth is, the people in the corporate side, employers, companies, heads of departments, whether there is in sales or marketing or even technology, they are looking for talent. And it is not easy to get the right talent, to get a person with the right skills who matches the opportunity that is available. So this is one of them that did not work. But the truth is we never gave up. We went ahead and looked again. And then we did another process of selection and interviewing. And we got one person who at that time did not have a lot of skills in terms of digital skills. They could not be able to create ads, for example. They could not be able to manage a website and all those kinds of things. So what happened is that we decided, because she had very, very good personality and very good attitude, I told the business owner that we will empower this person. We will take this person, despite the fact that they don't have the skills that we want, but they have the right attitude and personality. I personally will take the responsibility of training this person and empowering them and giving them the tools, the processes, the checklists, and strategies that they need to grow the business. And that is what happened. And today, we are now talking about almost 2 years later. This company has done a very, very great job. I cannot share their sales data because of confidentiality, but I can say this without any fear of contradiction, that their online sales this year was able to surpass their in-person sales, or the sales that they get at the shop is now lower than the sales that they get from online, which means the online sales is growing much more exponentially and has gone beyond what they are able to sell at the shops. And they have more than one shop here in Nairobi. And that was an investment of saying, well, we couldn't get the right person with the right skills, but we looked for attitude and personality. And we said, we will invest in them. We will train them how to create content, how to write blogs, how to optimize the website, how even to, persuade customers who are coming via the online channels to become customers and to start paying. And the truth is, as I've said, the online sales is now going high. And we have noted even a week or two ago that their shop sales, the sales coming from people coming physically at the shop, is going down. But the online sales is going up, which is a beautiful thing, because it means a lot of people are actually buying by going to the website, choosing the product and paying and getting the product delivered at their convenience. And this happened because of COVID, of course, and the convenience that innovation and technology has brought in. So that's an example of a business owner here in Kenya who struggled to get the right talent, couldn't find the right skill set, and even the person we had selected didn't show up. But we decided to look for attitude and mindset, and which is something very important I want to talk about today. That sometimes you may not get the right person in terms of skill set, but if you invest in their training and development and mentorship and guidance, if you connect that new hire, it could be an intern or it could be someone who is not a very senior level manager who has a lot of experience, you can take the risk of investing in them, training them, and empowering them, and you can get the results like this client I'm talking about. But today we are talking much more than just hiring. We are also looking at the digital ecosystem, the digital economy. And I have this presentation is based on a research that I have done. And this research has shown that there are so many players in the digital ecosystem. People think the digital ecosystem only contains of Facebook and Instagram or Google. It turns out there is much more. We have brands, the companies that are looking for the talent that we are talking about, the skill set that we are talking about, the companies that want to advertise online, the companies that want to grow their business, their online business. They are very, very important. The e-commerce platforms also are there, the Jumia of this world and many others who are selling products on the digital platform. There are learning institutions like the University of Nairobi, where Collins is a student. And they need, of course, to understand the skill set that are necessary so that they can tailor their courses, their course structure to cover and focus on areas that are relevant to the job market. Because we have seen this is a challenge in our country where students come from the university and the only thing that they have is a certificate. They only have a certificate. But in terms of skill set, the training they went through, and this is not just university, but also TVETs, you find there is a mismatch between what the universities are producing, the churning out of students from university, and the job market, the demand in the job market. So, and this is an opportunity for learning institutions to look at what are some of the skills that employers are looking for. Nation Media is always hiring and different, and even Unga Limited. The other day they were telling me, if you can find this kind of a person with this type of skills and these types of tools who is able to do ABCD, send them to me. But when I talk to the students who are graduating, I look at them, they are not ready, they don't have the skills. So learning institutions really need to tailor their courses towards what the job market is demanding. We also have devices. It turns out devices are very, very critical to the growth of the digital economy. It turns out you will find, for example, a freelancer. They are very good with a certain channel, or let's say Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn is their favorite, or YouTube, whichever channel they are good at. But they are lacking a device. A device could be a camera, a high-end camera to record themselves and go live, or a laptop, or even a smartphone. And it can affect their ability to create any value and produce it and release it online. There are also payment platforms like M-Pesa or Visa that play a critical role to enabling transactions to happen on a digital platform. There are technology platforms, of course, which we are all aware, Google, Facebook, Instagram. They are very critical because the ad technology that they provide is the one that allows us to have the reach and to expose our brands to as many people as possible on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and all that. The media play an important role, the Nation Media of this world, the Standard Group and many others. They play a critical role because in advertising we say, the audience, or audiences is everything. If you have a platform and you don't have an audience, it becomes a challenge. So the media normally have a captive audience, people who consume content on different media houses. They are very critical to this digital ecosystem. We have consumers, yourself and myself. When you are looking for products to buy, we are a critical people because we are the people who will eventually buy that product that is being advertised on this digital platform or consume the content that is being created by this content creator. We also have influencers. They are very critical. And influencers are very critical in the sense that they bring imaginative ideas, creative ideas, They are able to grab our attention and immerse us into the content and experiences that they have designed. And a lot of influencers, I have worked with them, and even this research I'm releasing today has a lot of content and insights about the influencer ecosystem in Kenya. And it is growing. The other day we saw Facebook saying they'll be investing more into paying content creators so that they can, they can be sustainable and make money from their content. But also YouTube and many other platforms like TikTok are coming with models of creating incentives for content creators so that they can make money. The government plays a critical role, the data protection agency, for example, that was launched last year, very important agency that ensures our data is protected. Or, for example, the ICT ministry that comes up with policies are very critical players in this digital ecosystem. We have telco, Safaricom, or Airtel and Telcom. They play a critical role to giving us access to the internet. And there are also logistics companies as well. Let's not forget the logistics company, the Jumi, the Glovo of this world, and many others who are enabling commerce, because if you have a product, if I want to sell a product, a customer has paid, it is on the web, how does that product reach the customer? So the logistics are very critical, and I will be talking more about it. And of course, the advertising agencies, and all agencies that are creating value around servicing the brands. Digital for Africa is one of them, where we build websites and do UX design, UX research, and support companies. So that's a digital ecosystem. So there are many players. These are just a few that I could be able to visualize in my presentation, but my research has much more than this. So let's look now at the key trends. What are some of the key trends that you really, if you're creating some value, if you're a student, you're learning, if you're an employer, or if you're trying to sell a product online, what are some of the things you need to pay attention to find some traction in this space? Because selling online is not easy. Of course, it's possible. We have seen the case study I talked about. But the truth is, there are key trends we have been able to observe from our research. One of them is the conversation around content and audiences. Your ability as a business or as a company or as an entrepreneur or as an influencer, whoever you are, to create content that captures your audience, or that creates interest and grabs people's attention so that they can engage with your brand, so that they can interact with you. So because without content, there will be no audiences. You cannot start getting huge followers on TikTok if you don't create interesting and engaging content. So the truth is, I have just taken this this creative idea by a lady who inspires me a lot. Her name is, her brand name on digital is Mini Chips. I got this screenshot from her Instagram, who creates very captivating ideas, and you pay attention. And she's able to monetize and work with different brands. So the idea of the internet, I have this philosophy and idea, which I normally talk a lot and tweet a lot about it on Twitter, that the internet is the biggest multiplier of opportunity that has ever been invented by man, other than education. But the truth is, we even with internet, because the internet is just a connection of devices, without content, the internet will have no value. If you create a Facebook or an Instagram or a TikTok and you don't create content that interests your audience, it becomes very, very hard to sell. And there are a lot of people who have come and said, oh, Mwalimu or Francis, you have talked a lot about digital, but I have a product I'm trying to sell. No one is buying. The truth is, if you aren't creating interesting content, content that is inspiring, content that is educative, content that informs or entertains, there is no way you will be able to sell. Because when you create content like what Minichep is doing, I will pay attention, and then when she posts something from a brand, I will also pay attention, because she has grabbed my attention. And there are so many people who have been able to create interesting content and audiences. So you talk about content and then audience, because the content helps you to build an audience, an online community, people who see what you're thinking, they can read your ideas and that kind of a thing. So content and audiences is a way to grow an online business. You cannot just come and start pushing ads in front of people. People actually don't like ads. They want to consume content. So, and I normally say this to my students and people when I'm teaching them, and business owners, out of 5 posts that you create, give me something, educate me with the 4 posts, and then your 5th post can be now telling me, buy this for me, instead of all 5 posts you've created during the week are all about selling and selling and selling. So you will not find a lot of traction with that kind of a thing. Nobody wants to be sold to. People want to be entertained. People want to be educated. People want to be informed. And it becomes very easy now when you have captured my audience or my attention. You have captivated me. If you now tell me, here's a product I'm pushing and it goes for this amount, it's very easy for me to think and consider, because I am loyal to you and that kind of a thing. So the second interesting thing I want you to bring to our attention is the idea around design and engineering. It turns out people think about digital, and the only thing they think about digital is in relation to Facebook and Instagram. It turns out that is a very small part of the digital ecosystem. The digital ecosystem requires also engineers and designers who can help us build digital products, who can help us build websites and mobile apps where we are able to sell products on those platforms. And that is why I said I will do this research, or as Digital for Africa, we say we will create this research and distribute it to students and universities and everywhere so that people can see we need designers. We need designers. If you are a UX designer, I know of a brand that is looking for a UX designer. And UX designers are being paid more than 100,000 shillings to 200,000 shillings in Kenya. And I'm sure I'll be showing you how to find this type of job. So designers are very, very critical. Not just graphic designer. Of course, graphic designers are very important, but UX designers, people who are able to build mock-ups of a digital product, of a mobile app, or for a website before it is handed over to the software engineer who will do the coding and develop the application that will be put on the web, and people will download that app and be able to interact or transact. Third, logistics and distribution. I can tell you for a fact the number of companies that I know are not able to do online business because they have not thought about logistics and distribution. Logistics and distribution is not just having a rider who delivers the product. It is also asking yourself, how can you empower the customer so that if I'm a customer, I'm based right now in my office in Westlands, maybe I will be having some work in the evening and I may get late to go home. I'm looking for a pizza or something from neighbors. The question is, how fast are you able to deliver the product when I go to your app and place an order? Speed of delivery is very critical. Speed of delivery, but also if you can empower me by ensuring I'm able to see, oh, the rider is now 2 minutes, 1 minute, so I can go to the door and open and usher the rider in. But if you don't empower the customer, they don't know when will the product arrive, how long will it take. And the truth is, in a digital ecosystem or in a digital economy, the speed of delivery can be the competitive advantage that you have as a business owner. And I have a lot of case studies, which I will not talk about, of businesses that have invested so much in selling online. But the only reason why they fail is because they have not thought about the last mile delivery. How will I deliver the product to Karen? If it is a cloth, for example, someone will need to fit it. What happens if the size does not fit? Or the color is not the right type of shade? What does it mean in terms of delivering and bringing back the product? Who will pay the cost? How long will it take? So the return policy. Do you have a return policy when a customer is not happy about your product? So these are the conversations we have been having with our clients to ensure they deliver the product faster, because there could be 10 companies providing the same product from the same manufacturer, but your competitive advantage is you can deliver your product in 30 minutes. The other person is doing it at 5 hours or 10 hours or 24 hours, and you are able to do it within 30 minutes, definitely you will get the job and you are able to sell online. Number 4, the role of payment integration platforms. It turns out these are very critical enablers of commerce. iPay, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, and M-Pesa. If you're building a digital platform, think about integration. How will you ensure that your website is integrated with different payment platforms? Because I may not be using M-Pesa. I use a Visa or a MasterCard. So if I go to your website, I'm trying to pay and you're just putting maybe M-Pesa, and maybe don't use M-Pesa. You know, the other day we got someone who came all the way from Nigeria. His name is Joseph. I believe he's in this webinar today. He came all the way from Nigeria. And initially we didn't believe that someone would be coming from Nigeria to Kenya. We say, is this really serious? It turned out it was actually serious. And if you are not able to provide different payment options, you are limiting customers. You are limiting the opportunity to be able to grow your sales because maybe you have just very limited payment platforms. So always think about the customer. Where is the customer? And what options can I enable the customer so that they're able to pay whichever platform they prefer? Data and analytics is the way to unlock value in a digital economy. The other day I was doing a training for Diamond Trust Bank, and we had a very deep conversations with business owners. About 600 business people attended that training. And I was teaching them about data analytics. You may have a website, you may have a mobile app, you may have a tool like HubSpot or Odoo, but are you doing analytics to get insights that can help you to cross-sell or make smart and informed decisions? And in that webinar, I remember talking about a lady called Akinyi, who was actually doing very well before COVID, and then COVID happened, and her sales started going down. She couldn't pay rent for her office. She couldn't pay employees for months, and she reached out to the bank. And when she went to the bank asked for the sales data. You know, wanted to see how are your sales, how are your numbers looking like. When Akinyi shared her numbers with the bank, the bank realized actually Akinyi's business is not doing badly. According to Akinyi, she was feeling, oh, I'm not able to pay bills. I'm not able to pay my staff. I'm not able to pay my office. So I need a loan. Actually, she went to the bank to ask for a loan. But when the bank looked, when the bank looked at the numbers after analytics, they discovered actually, Akinyi, you don't need a loan. What you need is, someone to help you, follow the money that you are owed. She was owed a lot of money by customers who bought products on credit. So all she needed is to analyze her numbers and see that inside that actually I am owed more than 4 million shillings. And if I can get a debt collector, I will be fine. So because she was not paying attention to why are my numbers down? You know, it's the bank that actually told her your numbers are bad, or you are actually doing well, but you can do better even without a loan. The only thing you need to do is to ensure you get a debt collector. Number 6, in terms of trends, is the conversation around data analytics. We are now living in a world where analytics, not analytics, but data, people are very sensitive about privacy and how their data is being used. And now the country, Kenya, as a country, we have a data commissioner. I met the other day when I was in Mombasa for the Nation Digital Summit, and she said, Kenyans want privacy. And if you are a business owner, now in Kenya, we have a law that requires, if you are making revenue of above 5 million, you need to apply for a data privacy. You need to apply. There is a law, a law, but of course the law is there, but you need to apply to be a data processor. A data processor or a data collector. If you will be processing large volumes of data, you are collecting people's mobile numbers and emails at a large scale, and your business is making 5 million and above, you are required by law to be able to actually comply with the law to ensure you are protecting customers' data and their privacy, and you are setting privacy by default. That is what the data protection law requires. So the truth is, we'll be talking a lot about that in a minute. So everyone is asking me, Mwalimu, what are these jobs and where are these jobs? I have just summarized from my research a number of jobs, and I put them in terms of segments. We have media, we have software engineering, we have design, we have data science, we have planning, and data privacy and security. And as you can see, the media space is the one that has the largest opportunity in terms of jobs, from copywriters to videographers, to video editors, to photographers, to media buyers and planners, to social media managers, digital marketers, content strategists. I've just selected some of the most popular jobs, but there are many, many jobs in the media ecosystem. Brands, media houses, they're looking for these types of skills, and you have to prepare yourself as a student, or if you're looking for an opportunity, because these jobs are there. On the software engineering side, companies are looking for developers who can build a mobile application on the iOS ecosystem or platform. Full stack developers, front end developers, back end developers. They are hot on demand in the country right now. And I will be taking you through the process of how can I find these jobs we are talking about. On the design side, as I said, designers are very critical. Web designers, every day I meet a business owner who is telling me, Francis, I'm looking for web designers. Get me a good and qualified web designer. But the students that I can access that I'm seeing, they don't have these skill sets. Design also, even graphic designers are hot on demand. I'll be showing you within a minute. UX designers, UI designers, hot on demand, and companies are looking for them. Product managers, people who are able to manage the process of creating a product from the idea phase to understanding the needs of the customer and developing a product and releasing it to the market and coming up with a go-to-market strategy. On the data side, or the data science side, this is one of the areas with the largest opportunity and jobs in our country. Companies are looking for cloud engineers, data engineers, people who can be able to secure data, but also play around with the data and make a lot of critical decisions in a system or from a system, whether it is Amazon or wherever the application is hosted. There's a lot of opportunity in cloud engineering and data engineering space. Data scientists, people who are able to play around with the data at large volumes and large scale in terms of velocity and speed. Companies like Safaricom, I'll be showing you, they are always hiring data scientists, and they may not be able to get them because these skill sets are very few people have these types of skill sets. Market analysts, machine learning engineers, people who are able to make sense from large volumes of unstructured or structured data in terms of from voices and from sound. It's a very interesting area. People are able to do analytics at scale from very large volumes of data. But also data analysts are also hot on demand. On the planning side, there are project managers and content planners. On the data privacy side, as I said, this is a very hot topic right now in the country. Cybersecurity analysts, companies are looking for them, IT security specialists, and data protection officers. And this is just a few jobs that I have captured from my research, but the research has much more than this. But these are, I just segmented them in terms of sectors. So if you're a student, you should ask yourself, well, I'm getting this degree from Nairobi University, but are the skills that I'm getting or the education I'm getting from the university preparing me for these types of jobs? Because these are the jobs that companies are looking for. So how can we find these jobs? And because I have talked about, the data privacy jobs, this is data. This is a screenshot I got from the government today. 36 positions are currently available from the Office of the Data Protection in Kenya. 36 jobs, from the Assistant Data Commissioner to Senior Principal Corporate Communications, and all these are jobs in relation to data and privacy. These are jobs that are currently available. It was actually published today in the media. But let's assume you are not even going to be doing data protection or data compliance. You have no experience. So let me show you. Let me just choose any of those sectors. I've said the jobs are there, but where are they? These are the sectors. Let's just start with one of them. For example, let's just pick digital marketing manager. You're saying, oh, Mwalimu, I can't find a digital marketing manager opportunity here in Kenya. So the best way to do is you enter the keyword for the job opportunity, and then you add the word jobs. Sure, it is jobs, not jobs. You can also be specific and add your country. I've seen there are people from Senegal and Nigeria in this meeting. So you search for that. And I can tell you there is a tool that Google has invested to help people who are looking for jobs. And it is a database, and it is one of the largest databases of jobs in the world. So you can see digital marketing manager jobs in Kenya, and you can add Nigeria or Senegal or whichever part of the world you're in. And you can see from this Google database of jobs, it shows you the title of the job, the location where the job is available, the date it was posted, the type of job, the company. Look, you can even see which are the companies in terms of sectors: information, logistics, consulting, finance, professional. You can choose. You can even go all the way to employer. Which employer, you can see there are a number of employers, including Saiton and McKinsey and Binance and others, Square Consultants. They are looking for digital marketing managers here in Kenya. And you are able to see on the left side here, you are able to see when was the job posted, is it still available or it has already been taken. You can see this one by Fuzu was posted 2 days ago. And actually this is an internship. We can see a company called Corporate Staffing. They are also hiring, and they posted this job 2 days ago. It's available and you can click on it. And you can actually apply. You can apply and find out what are the specific skill set they are looking for. You can read the jobs, the skill set, the salary range. You can see from 70 to 77,000 shillings per month. You can see the skill set they are looking for. Data analysis. I've talked about it. Social media. I've talked about it. Creativity and all that. So you can see and you can be able to apply. I can see the opportunity. This one has already gone because you can see the date is 11th of April. But there are many other jobs that are available. But I want to show you, how do you know whether the job is available or not? So this is Google's database. Let's go back and look at LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has something that Google does not do very well. Because LinkedIn shows you whether the opportunity is still available real time. For example, digital marketing manager. Remember, these are different databases. This is Google. And this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn also has one of the most richest and most useful database of jobs anywhere in the world. You can see this is a remote work, field marketing manager, head of marketing, and it's available in Kenya. And actually a hybrid look, something that LinkedIn does that Google is not able to do, actively recruiting. So if you are working at Nation or Standard or wherever you are and you're looking to grow your career, here is an opportunity. Head of marketing at this company, and the job is available. You can see it's a full-time job. The companies are about 11 to 50 employees, and you can apply the job right now. If, for example, you want this alert to come into your inbox, all you will need is to click alert. And that, when you do that, every opportunity that's posted on LinkedIn, on digital marketing manager opportunity in Kenya, will come to your inbox. And when you go to LinkedIn, you'll also see it. But something also LinkedIn is very, very good at. It shows you when the job was posted, the experience, the company. For example, if you look at company, you can say, oh, I don't just want to work for any company. I want to work with a data company. So you can see there's a company called data.ai. There's a company called AIG. So there are different types of companies providing the digital jobs. And it shows you whether it is remote and all that. And you can apply. You can just click apply. And then you continue. I don't want to apply myself because I'm already an entrepreneur and I have a lot of work to do. I'm not looking for a job. I'm looking for clients and people to train. So that's how you can find jobs. And the truth is, the jobs are there. Let's not, from my experience, and this is a very, could be different from other people. This is my personal experience. I'm sharing you where I am. I said when we started, I'm at the intersection. I'm meeting companies, the Unga Limited of this world, the Nation Media Group, the Diamond Trust Bank of this world, I meet them and they're telling me we are looking for these types of skill set. We are looking for to hire this kind of a person. On the other side, when I go to college or at Digital for Africa, where we provide training in data analytics and digital marketing, I am also meeting students who are looking for this opportunity. And this webinar is to connect these two parties so that you can see somewhere where you can meet together. So those are the two processes. And someone had asked me the other day, oh, is it just LinkedIn and Google that can allow me to see the jobs that are available? Of course, you can find jobs on TikTok or Instagram and Facebook. But the truth is, LinkedIn is very, very keen, or people who post jobs on LinkedIn, they are looking for professionals. But also LinkedIn allows you to see whether the opportunity is available, and it gives you the ability to apply. For example, if the company is using a premium version of LinkedIn, they will actually apply within LinkedIn. They will not even allow you to send an email. They will allow you to follow a process within LinkedIn itself. So when you are applying, they will do the pre-selection and filtering, because there may be a lot of applications. You can see over 200 applicants. So they will not look at all these CVs. They will do the selection and filtering within LinkedIn itself. So that's the beauty of LinkedIn that Facebook or Instagram cannot give you when you are looking for an opportunity. So those are two platforms that I have just said. And I've just shown you two opportunities, digital marketing. But you can also look, if you are looking for data protection, or you are looking for, let's say, or you're saying, oh, Malimu, me, I'm looking for a data scientist job. Are there data scientist jobs in Kenya? The truth is, there are data scientist jobs in Kenya, and they are available. I've said, I put data scientists in Kenya, and you can enter any country and then you search. And you will see NCBA is actually looking for head of data science. There's also another organization looking for a machine learning expert who has experience in blockchain, and it was posted a day ago. This company is looking for a data scientist as well. This company is also looking for a data collection project manager. This company is looking for someone who has experience in JavaScript, specifically React.js. And this company is looking for principal software engineer. So jobs are there. The challenge is the skill sets. The skill set, and that is why Digital for Africa exists. Of course, we don't train in everything. We don't provide training in all jobs. There are jobs that we are very focused on. Advertising on Facebook and Instagram, advertising on Google, search engine optimization, content marketing, web design, sales training. We have done a lot of sales training for different companies here in Kenya, including media houses, which we started last year. We have done trainings on data analytics, including for Diamond Trust Bank. But also we do a lot of web design training. We build websites, but also we train people on web design, UX design, research, UX research. We do a lot of that. We're doing currently for a client. And also we help companies who are trying to digitize their sales and marketing processes with tools like sales CRMs, customer relationship management systems, specifically HubSpot, but also Odoo and many others. So that's Digital for Africa, and that's what we do. I created this infographic to show that we have a Pan-African agenda. We have service clients from South Africa, from Uganda, and also from Nigeria. We are very Pan-African. We started here in Nairobi in 2014, but our company has grown. This year, we were able to service clients from Nigeria, and we are very Pan-African, very regional-minded, and we are servicing clients from different parts of the world, not just Nairobi. So that's the end of my presentation. So we'll go into the Q&A section. I will allow Mr. Collins Oluoch from the University of Nairobi to go ahead and ask me the questions, and I will respond. But if there are questions also, Anita, you've come across via social media, go to our YouTube channel, go to Twitter, the questions you will see, I'll be able to respond to them. But Collins, if there are questions on the chat section, ask me and I will respond as I get a sip of a glass of water before I collapse.
Okay, probably the very first question that I'll ask is, the jobs are one thing and accessing them is also another thing. So how do you make sure that the jobs that you apply for, you actually get?
That's a very good question, Collins. I want to give you a real practical case study. Someone came to me, one of our students, actually had trained her at Centonomy. She followed me at Digital for Africa, and she said, "You know what? I've seen an opportunity at Safaricom. They are looking for a sector manager in the sales department. It's a very senior role. It's a very tough job. You're in charge of the entire the entire sector. Safaricom organizes, markets in terms of sectors. So senior sales sector manager. And she told me, I don't want to risk and just apply. And this is what I will encourage people like Collins or anybody who is looking for a job. Don't just apply for the job. Look for someone who can coach you. I am a coach and I'm a mentor. So she came to me and I told her, I will coach you on the process of applying for this job. A senior job like a sector manager, it's not a joke. You cannot just go to LinkedIn and click, you feel it and you just push. You will not get it. It's not that easy. So she came to me. We agreed on how I will, I gave her my rate card. I normally don't do it for free. We agreed for every session we met for 3 sessions on 3 different days. So we looked for the job description. We looked at everything that was required in that job opportunity. And I can tell you, there was even a case study that they had been given. You are not just coming to fill in something on LinkedIn or our website and submit and you are being invited. No, you have been given a problem to solve. So we did a lot of rehearsals. For 3 days, we met with her. And I can tell you for a fact, we did a rehearsal, we did role playing. I told her, now we are here in the boardroom in my office. You are seated there. Can you join the way you will go for that opportunity in a panel? Because you'll be meeting a panel. You'll be meeting very experienced heads of departments from HR, from marketing, from finance, and they'll ask you very tough questions. And I'm very sure at Safaricom, they will also have a HR consultant from outside. So we did some role playing. So I asked her all the questions that was in the opportunity, that the job description and the case study that they had been given. And I was able to help her, and we did everything for 3 days. When she applied for the job, what happened? She was called for the interview. And what happened after she was called for the interview? She was so confident. I can tell you one thing, Collins, when you go for an interview, be very confident. Confidence is everything. Speak with boldness and courage. Don't fear anybody. Human beings are just like you and myself. They are just servants. They have been given an opportunity. So, and to cut the long story short, she got the job. And she called me, Francis, I can't believe it. You know what? I went to the panel. It was very tough and very technical and very many questions and very many panelists. And she got the job and she was hired. And she emphasized something and said, Mwalimu, even beyond what we agreed in terms of your rate card, I'm even giving you chai, kunywa chai mwalimu. So there is a process to a job application. You don't just go to our website and fill a form and submit. Look for a coach. Look for someone who has experience, who has gone through these panels and has seen the challenges of getting a job. I remember the other day, but I don't want to talk about that, but anyone who ignores a mentor or a coach, they are definitely preparing for a failure. You'll go for an opportunity for the interview with a lot of, expectation, and you will flop because you are competing with 200 other people. So you have to prepare yourself, get a mentor, get a coach, look for the problem they are talking about, look at the company, research, find out what are the gaps they have in their marketing, in their sales, whatever it is, Yes. So that's how I can respond to that question, Collins.
Okay. Probably my next question would be, what about the young people who seek jobs in the digital space and are met with, you don't have enough experience? Tell us, how do we go about that?
That's a brilliant question, Collins Oloch. The case study that I started talking about today, that was actually someone, the only thing they had was that a certificate. Because as I said in the case study that I shared earlier when we started, our first recruitment process backfired because we looked at the person with the best skills and we selected her and we invited her to show up on Monday. On Monday, she never showed up. So we said, no, we'll not look for the person with the best skills. We look for the person with the best attitude. And my point here is, you may not have the skill sets, but look for a small business, look for a startup. And this is a truth, Collins. I meet so many young people who say, Mwalimu, me, I'm looking for a job. And I ask them, what skill sets do you have? When I look at their CV, I can only see the certificate from UAM, Strathmore, KCA, Nairobi University. But I asked them, have you ever tried to sell something online? Have you ever tried to manage a Facebook page? Or have you ever built a mobile app? Because someone say, oh, I'm looking for this company, at Andela, I'm applying for this software engineering job. And I said, what have you ever built? Have you ever built something that we can see it's available online, or it's a mobile app we can download and test? And because they don't have that, they missed a lot of opportunity, because you'll hear someone saying, oh, I don't have any experience, I don't have any skills, but they have a very big expectation on the salary. Someone will say, I'm looking for 150,000 per month. You will not get it. The best way to do it, Collins, look for a startup, look for an SME, look for a small business owner, where you can go there and start as an intern. You are there to learn from that business owner, learn from that head of marketing, learn from that sales manager, learn from that senior software developer. Work there for 6 months, work there for 3 months. Don't be so aggressive with that money expectation. That money expectation will come, Collins. And anybody who is here who is looking for money. Money is the outcome, of course, but it should not be the only driving factor. Be very strategic and very creative. Say, I'm going to go to Digital for Africa, work there for 3 months, for 6 months, as I gain experience. We have a head of technology in Digital for Africa. You say, I'll go under the head of technology, or the director in charge of technology, learn how to build websites, learn how to build mobile apps, learn how to market an e-commerce website. Once I have that, now I can start applying for that Safaricom and Nation Media Group opportunity. But you'll meet a student from Strathmore, has nothing, has never built a mobile app, has never sold anything, and wants 150,000 shillings. I can tell you for sure, you will not get it. If you get it, let me know who is that employer.
Okay. Probably one of my, the last question that you have for me is, you've talked about getting a mentor as a way of figuring out how to get these jobs. My question is, how affordable is that? Because some of the people looking for these jobs are young people. And how do I get a mentor despite me not having the finances to get that?
The truth is, not all mentors will charge you, depending on the experience and the area of specialization. You may not, or also there are opportunities you can say, you know what, Francis, I want you to mentor me or to coach me to apply for this job. I don't have money, but I can write 2 articles for the Digital for Africa website. Yeah, I'll do some work for you, and then the compensation will be the value I will have created. I have met students that say, they tell me, Francis, I want you to teach me how to teach. I tell them, I'll give you an opportunity. And because initially maybe you don't have the experience, we will coach you 3-4 classes you teach. And that will be, we will see how it will work so that both of us have some value. So the problem is when there is misalignment, you want a lot of value, but you don't want to pay the price. What is the price you want to pay? I have, for example, looked for writers on Ajira Digital, and I found 2 of them. One is based in Gilgil, another one is based in Kisumu. We met online through their Ajira Digital platform, and I discovered they have been looking for some work on Upwork. They have been learning how to write on Upwork, and I told them, send me links of articles you have written. That's how I'll make the decision. I say, oh, I've not done much. So I told them, every one of you will write an article. I'll read the article and I see if it is valuable. We will publish on the Digital for Africa website and we will pay you for it. So there's an opportunity. There is always something, Collins, you have that no one has in this world. Ask yourself, everyone was created by God with some unique personality, unique mindset, unique skill. There is something you can offer. Don't say you don't know anything. There is something that you know. You may know how to write an article. If you don't know how to write an article, maybe you know how to do some video production. I told you, Unga Limited, they were telling me, we are looking for someone who can do content, video production, and a bit of design. You know, I cannot find them. They are not available. So the truth is, you can say, I can do some video production, or I can do some editing, or I went to YouTube and learned how to edit a video. So I'll do a video shoot, even with a phone, and then do a bit of editing, and then I give you, if you like it, give me the opportunity. If you don't like it, give me feedback and I will improve. Yes, Collins, look for other questions as well from participants. I can see on the chat section, there are a lot of questions coming. And also, Anita, if there are questions that you have, read out for me so that I can, Anita, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so for me, I can at least read what I am saying on YouTube. Franklin is asking, which institution and course would you recommend for someone interested in being a data analyst?
That's a good question. Come to Digital for Africa. We provide data analytics courses for sales and marketing professionals or anyone who is running a business. But also, if you are looking to do data analytics as a career, you may want to do, and allow me to pull my research because I have these institutions in my research, the detailed research that I have. Anita, you can be reading another question as I open the list of universities and colleges offering these courses. Digital for Africa is one of them.
Okay.
But you may want to go deeper to degree level, master's level, PhD level. So I'm pulling the report, the entire research that has the list of universities and colleges that provide data analytics courses. But also, whoever has asked that question, I can tell you, of course, Digital for Africa, number one. Number two, Microsoft has a data analytics course that they are offering. Google has a data analytics course that they are offering. But from my research, which I'm not able to show publicly because this is some intellectual property content, there are quite a lot of universities, but also online platforms. You will be shocked. Udemy, Coursera, they are providing data analytics courses. Of course, Digital for Africa, as I have mentioned. There are a number of universities, including Strathmore, that have courses. I know of a friend of mine, she calls herself Savi Kenya. He started blogging in 2012, many years ago. I see she's working in Japan. She's now a doctor, and she's a data scientist, and she learned at Strathmore University. Of course, she did her PhD elsewhere, I think in Japan, and she works for a very top brand. So there are opportunities. Colleges, reach out to me. Anita, you can share with whoever has asked that question. I can give him specific guidance on the best places. Other than Digital for Africa, there are many other colleges providing data analytics courses at different levels.
Okay. Okay, so Franklin, sorry, you will reach out and Francis will be able to help you. Sammy has also asked, do you guys offer software engineering classes at Digital
No,
for
we
Africa?
don't offer data engineering courses. The best place you can learn, from my experience, the place I know you can learn data, especially software development in Kenya, is Andela.
Okay.
I know there's not Andela, sorry, but Moringa School. That's the one I was looking for. Moringa School has a very good software engineering course. I can even provide a link, software engineering, and they're providing it online. You can apply right now. Let me share that on the chat section. I've shared the link. Manita, are you able to see the link I've just shared?
Yes, yes.
moringaschool.com/courses software engineering. That's the best. I know some of the directors at Moringa School. I think they have the best curriculum for software engineering in Kenya. Of course, there are universities that provide software engineering, but you need something beyond the university level. Look for another organization beyond your university, Nairobi University or Strathmore. Look for another place like Moringa where you can now go and hone and be very specific and very narrow and very niche. And upskill yourself. Someone will not just hire you because you came from Strathmore University and you are a software engineer. They are looking for something else. And what have you done beyond your first level, first degree? Try to look for opportunities. Go online. Go to Google. Go to Udemy. Go to YouTube. There are so many. I tell my students a lot that YouTube is one of the biggest universities in the world that has ever been created. But you need some guidance on how to find the best courses and the best lecturers or trainers so that you can get the best value. So there's a lot. There's a lot of knowledge, free knowledge that's available. What is not available is motivation to learn. I normally tell my students that knowledge is available online. Access. You have a laptop. You have internet. Knowledge is available. What is not available is the motivation to learn, the incentive to learn, the motivation, because self-learning is not easy. Or you can look for a community, join an online community. There are so many online communities of software developers. Try to join them and learn from them and where they meet and they solve problems together and that kind of a thing.
Okay, thank you so much. And another question I'm seeing is how much do we charge for web design? Yeah, so if you could quickly answer that as well.
Web design, we have different rate cards for web design. It depends on the functionality of your website. Does it have a payment integration like M-Pesa or Visa? Is it an e-commerce website or are you just selling services? So if you reach out to us, we will get you a quotation. You need to give us more details about your business, which sector, which country are you based, which features do you want. So give us some bit of requirements so that we understand your business better before we can give you a quotation.
Okay. So one last question, and I'll ask now myself. Digital marketing is very broad. So when it comes to a student maybe who's joined the webinar or someone who is an enthusiast in digital marketing who wants to start out, so how do they start, and where do they start? How do they start? Yeah.
That's a brilliant question. Digital marketing is very vast. Web design is part of digital marketing. Search engine optimization is part of digital marketing. Running ads on Facebook is the digital marketing. Google ads is digital marketing. Email marketing is part of digital marketing. SMS marketing is also part of it. It's very, very vast. Even data analytics and the ability to use tools like HubSpot and Odoo is part of digital marketing. The truth is, you need to start from somewhere. I would encourage people to start from a specific area, like social media. You can start with social media. Try to create a Facebook page. Try to sell a product for yourself or for a business. When you start getting some traction, then you can now start learning something else. So choose a field. As I have mentioned, there are so many areas in digital marketing before you can now start becoming, start a specific area. You can start like data analytics or social media or email marketing or web design. Digital for Africa, we provide web design courses. So, and we have a class that ended and we have a new class that's starting. Anita, you can say when it will be starting. You have more details than myself. But the truth is, start from a specific area. Don't try to master everything. You'll find it overwhelming. But also look for a place where you can be attached. For internship, look for a job, or start selling for yourself. If you can sell a product for yourself, then you can go to Digital for Africa and say, you know what, Francis, I've been able to sell a product. I was trying to sell glasses on Facebook or whatever product you have, and I've been able to sell these amounts or this number, and this is my sales data. Show me something that you've done. Don't just come and say, I'm looking for a job. Show me something that you've tried and you've mastered. And then I can tell you, oh, I like your mindset, because I can now coach you to do more than that. So start in a specific area and then grow and, grow along the way, because you cannot master everything before you get an opportunity. Any other question, Anita?
So Patson, I'm seeing he was asking about the course itself, and I'm trying to answer him on the comment section. It's simply 35,000 plus VAT. So you
That's the web
then
design
we will reach out.
course, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're
We'll reach out
confirming to Patson that you provide the web design course, that 5,000 plus VAT, right?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Maybe
So I
you may
think that's
mention
it.
when the next class will be starting, so that maybe we may know and reach out to you as well.
Okay. So we'll be having our monthly in-person masterclass for the digital marketing masterclass, to be specific, on the 6th and 7th, which is this should be this week on Thursday and Friday. The in-person class is usually a whole day class and goes for 2 days. And after the 2 days, you have 30 days of mentorship. So we will be looking forward to seeing most of you. When it comes to the cost of the class, it is only 15,000 Kenyan shillings plus now VAT, totals to 17,400. Yeah. So, but while if you came for the webinar today, just mention that to us, and we will give you a discount. We will try and do something for you. So reach out to us, and we are looking forward to seeing you. We also offer online classes for the same class, for the same digital marketing masterclass. The content is the same. It's just that on your end, if you're not able to join us physically, you can always come in and join us through the online option. The dates for the online class, if you're interested, just reach out to me at 07. Let me just share that. I'll share the contact details, or you can email us at hello at digitalforafrica.com. Yeah. So that's it. And then you let us know if you're interested in the online class. We'll confirm the dates for you. But other than that, we are excited to have you today. Thank you so much for joining. Francis, is there anything else that you wanted to mention before we wind up?
Yeah, yes, I could mention that we provide also corporate training. Like if you're a company, you have a team, sales and marketing department, and you want to be trained as a team alone, maybe 4 people, maybe 10 people, maybe 8 people. We have done similar trainings for Nation Media, Unga Limited, and many other companies like Jay's Wines, David Insurance. So you can invite us, or you can come to our office. We can provide training for a specific business. Also, we've done trainings, custom-made trainings online for individuals. Maybe you're a senior person at a company and you're saying, me, I just want training on data analytics because there's this job opportunity I'm looking for. So we can give you a rate card or something that is affordable. So we have many, many trainers. It's not just myself. By the way, Anita is a trainer. We have Brian, we have Senewa, we have Sali Njogu. We have many, many trainers. We have even Sam Kungu. There are many, many trainers that we have. So if you have a training need that is very unique to you, we can custom make a specific training for your business. I think we also done a training for BAM Tours. I know Francis, my namesake, the business owner, the CEO of BAM Tours, is here. I wish we could have allowed him to give us a case, his story and experience with Digital for Africa, but maybe we can do that on another day. But the truth is, we offer training specifically for SMEs, for corporates, but also for individuals. The training can be in person at our offices at Delta Corner, or online via a platform like this. We use all digital platforms, Zoom, Google Meet. We are able to offer the training wherever you are in any part of the world. We can offer a training and support you. So thank you very much, Anita, and everyone who has joined us. I saw a number of people who are my friends, who know me, Hapisu, and many others. But we really appreciate you. I'm very excited to see you, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I've seen there are people who from India as well.
Yeah.
Is a person from
And
India,
Saudi
which is very
Arabia.
interesting. Wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm seeing Duncan is asking me to read his question, but I'm not able to see your question, Duncan. So if you could reach out to us, if it's something that we could help you personally, just reach out and we will help you and answer your question. Yeah, I think that's it from me, Francis.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Bye, everyone.